Hello and welcome. My name is Tatiana. I'm a product owner at VirtoSoftware, and today we're going to talk about tips and tricks in setting up marketing plans. This webinar will be relevant for those who work in marketing, for those who work in general business management and want to set up the marketing plans correctly, and it is also relevant for IT managers and IT specialists who are setting up these infrastructures. So let's start. In the beginning, I have to introduce to you the company I work for. It's VirtoSoftware. We develop business productivity solutions on top of Office 365 and SharePoint. And right now we have applications for Teams as well. We are very skilled and we are very advanced, and our developers are fully certified for Microsoft, and we have a gold status as a partners. We also have very high ratings in the customer support, and 93% of our customers are very happy with our support. Honestly, each time I have a call with a customer, they start with, "Come on, we really love your support." And on the next slide, you can see the customers who already use our applications, and they're happy with us. So, and now we can start on the main topic, the marketing plans and setting the marketing plans. If you can imagine a marketing department, and if you think about the challenges and tasks they have, you can imagine that this is a person that needs to do, this is the department is a person, and this person needs to do two controversial things. The first is to produce a masterpiece, because marketers are supposed to be creative, right? If not marketers, who would be producing these creative materials, creative approaches to promotion of your business? And you probably know where I get this picture with sunflowers, right? Producing masterpieces is one part of the job, and the second part of the job is getting things done. So as a marketer, you're someone between a painter who paints the walls and someone who produces masterpieces. And what's important, a perfect person would be someone who is producing masterpieces on time, on schedule, and with perfect ROI, so inexpensively. So this is quite dualistic thing. But marketers have to set up marketing plans. It doesn't work the other way, and every marketer sooner or later is doing it. We have to do it because we need to plan how we spend marketing budget and what we want to have in return. We plan, then we act, then we analyze the results. But there are some common challenges in that. So every marketer can do a marketing plan just once. You can spend a couple of days and you do it in advance. So you plan for the whole year for 3 months, or at least for 3 months ahead, and you plan in many details, and you expect to have details. But the challenge come here is when you need to sync up it into many different tools, because different levels of management, different people want to have different slices of your plan. So when I was setting up my marketing plans times before, I normally had an Excel file to start with, a flat Excel file that's good for Power Pivot and for pivot table, and I was then filtering it. But the problem stays. You need to create different views, many different views for your plan. And these views need to stay synced up, and you sometimes need to keep them in your head. Then, as a marketer, you need to execute on it in time, on time. Because to start back to school campaign, which is normally starts in September, you need to start preparing it in June. Then Things happen, life is happening, and you need to adjust your plans because too many unexpected things just happen. In the beginning of 2020, there was no marketer who could foresee that every dollar spent on the physical event would be wasted. So everyone had to readjust and they had to reshuffle plans on the go, and you need to keep that on paper as well. Then you need to produce results and you need to prove you had this result. And generally, the big problem of marketing is to prove to the whole organization, to your management, to your sales that you've given the value. Because you probably know the saying that if everything goes well, praise the sales, and if everything goes wrong, blame marketing. Then everything in your financial system, because marketing plan is tied to financials, right? It is internal and it shall be kept internally and securely. And this is very, very important because everything you plan and all the activities, they're confidential. It's very, very important if you start really planning. So this situation, these challenges takes a lot of time to care, and sometimes it results in people having mess in their marketing plans, and sometimes it results in people denying the responsibility to update and create marketing plans. The problem here, there is no problem here at all, but everything on the screen, everything about marketing plans, it is just the project management. But this project management is supposed to be done by the people who did not sign up to be project managers. Like this dualistic person who is a part of partly artist, partly painter, he besides that need to be a project manager. And I can tell you, no marketer signed up to be project manager from the start. And if you push too hard, this results in just denial. People say that marketers do not do project management. Marketers do not manage projects. They just run events, run campaigns, they just launch things, but they do not run projects. And this is just denial. So, my advice here is do not push too hard, do not make the life too complicated, because project management, the whole theory of project management is very, very complicated. But you can take a slice of it, and Kanban methodology is very good for that. And if you take a slice of project management methodology and you land it with the tools that help you, then marketers gain from your solution, gain from your solution for the marketing plans. And I can show you how this situation is handled in our company with our software tools. I'm switching my screen. And we're starting the live demonstration. When I plan my marketing campaigns, I normally start with Excel list. And I create flat files. It means I have all the activities listed and categorized. So I have project, activity, campaign, date, department maybe, funding needed, then different categories like it's targeted to create demand, generate awareness, or just generate leads. Maybe it's one to few, one to many, one to one, online, offline, B2B, B2C. So I have a lot of different categories there. So this flat file, I can easily create a SharePoint list out of it. It's a built-in opportunity in Office 365, so you just create new SharePoint list and you load the Excel file. And with a few clicks, you have a SharePoint list that contains your Excel data there. Using this file, I have created a Kanban board. Important thing is it uses information from my SharePoint list and it fits all the changes back. So whatever I want to change, if I change the status to a task, it will be changed in the SharePoint list. And if I want to have any snapshot of this list, it will be always up to date. So here is my board, and this is a perfect overview of my projects and my marketing plans. It's grouped by campaigns and any divisions I want to have. So I have campaigns, then I have roadshow because I want to look at it additionally. Then I also have in-person events, so I want to look at them separately. And I also have online conference here as a separate activity. If I would have a webinar, I would normally put it into some other category. So the webinar will be tied to a campaign, but here I have a full-scale online event with many presentations on it, many presenters, and I need to promote it thoroughly, so it's probably a separate big project for me. Then I also have website works grouped and two partner swim lane. Every task is assigned to someone, and by the way, I can tell you that every field here it's customizable. So you can decide to display here any field, or you can remove here any field, and you can even add pictures here. So here all my tasks have someone who will execute them. But that's a very convenient way for me, and my team doesn't want to see that this way because you probably want to just see your own tasks. And to do that, you can go to the filters and you just add the filter. So Anastasia just have 3 tasks and all of them basically are done. Like a girl. And she's probably very productive as well. Then I can create customizable slices of my board easily with a single view, just a single click. For example, imagine I just want to see B2C activities here. I click on the label that stays for B2C, and in just 1 second my board is filtered by B2C activities, and I have a lot of B2C, right? If I want to print this board with just B2C activities, I can use the print button, let's save to PDF and then print it. And it will have this snapshot of what I see of this slide specifically, not the whole board. Also, I can go to the charts. And since the label is working, the chart will only show the information that's related to B2C. And this means I have a total of 33 tasks for B2C. I can get the percent of completion, and I can look at the budget. And I really like this view because I can instantly say how much money are committed already and how much I can cancel. And this time I can cancel $50,000 with no trouble. And I can also see who does what and who executes what's on the B2C team. If I want to have different view, for example, who has more completed tasks, I can just switch the view and I will have the data I need. An interesting thing and is useful thing that you can export every chart easily, and you can add it into your report. Okay, I will clear the filter and I'll go back to my board because I have a couple of views that it worth seeing. So I have told you I love slicing my data. So I have created separate filters. It's really easy to create a filter, and I will show you how I've done this. Some filters are built in. You can remove those you don't need, but I really like the custom filters, and I'm using the high priority filter. In just one button, it shows me the things that require my attention. You see, there are just 3 high priority tasks, and I will check them separately, right? Then I can, using the custom filters, I can also create a by campaign view, and it will allow me to create by campaign reports. So I'll just slice one campaign, I filter campaign, I go to the filter, to the charts, and there I have all the data for my campaign. And I know I have promised you to show how you can create the filter. This is really easy. You press the edit button and then you press add new. You can use any field in your SharePoint list to slice your data. Okay, my helicopter task management view is done, but marketing department still wants to see the data displayed somewhere publicly, and Virto Calendar can do that for you. So this is the same, exactly the same SharePoint list with my marketing plan, but displayed in the form of calendar. I can slice the view so I can show just the week, the months, the year, and I can also show the task view in days. So it's very informative. My favorite view is monthly view. And I really like slicing the data. I really like using categories to show and hide some information. For example, I can use this filter and I will see that I have some partner campaigns running, and I can decide whether I want to display the title or whether I do not want to display the titles. So it's very useful and customizable, and it shows the other people what marketing department is doing this week, this month, maybe even today, and it enables you, gives you opportunity to show the relevant information only. Then you, using just the same marketing plan, you can build a marketing Gantt chart. Sometimes managers want to see the Gantt chart because it's very visual and it's very easy to see what's going on if you have a Gantt chart. So you can have that, exactly the same things, exactly the same processes, like 50% done, 100% done. You can see the same data here, but in the form of Gantt chart. I'm not saying this is the most useful view, but sometimes it's needed. Then we go for the Virto alerts. This is one of my favorite applications, because in Kanban you can create, in Virto Kanban you can create custom notifications, and you can schedule, like you can make a rule that you receive a mail if someone changes the status for some task, and you can be very flexible in what you want to see. But alerts, Virto alerts, even expands that. For example, it enables you, it gives you an opportunity to see a weekly status. So you just have a weekly update of what is going on with your project or with your plan, and you would only see the changes. So this is my alert. It shows me what have been changed, but it shows it me. It sends me the status every week. Every Friday, I have a list of things that happened in my plan that have been changing. That's and I decide what I want to see. Here I set it to have a list of highlights, and it sends me a message that the task with name, for example, newsletter, is now has 50% status and is moved to in progress state by me. Depending on your need, you can modify it the way you want to, and you can select the tasks you want to see. For example, you can only decide to receive updates on the important items, high priority items, and only high priority items will be included in the report. The other thing Alert can do is to be connected with Teams. So this exact message with my status update can be sent into Teams. And I can show you how this can look. This is another alert I have. It's sending birthday congratulations to the team. It automatically takes information from my SharePoint list and it sends the message with a picture formatted the way I want to with variable fields. It sends it to the teams automatically. So the only thing people need to do is to respond to that and say, hey, happy birthday. Uh, we wish you to be healthy and wealthy. Exactly the same thing can be done with your marketing statuses and just anything you send from alerts. And alerts also, they are good to send even a newsletter to your customers and partners. And now we are in the alerts, in the teams, and switching from the alerts, I can tell you that marketing love teams, and we also love to work in the same application. And you can do that. In my teams, I already have the same Kanban board with my marketing plan. All set, looks the same, feels the same, with the same functionality. You can see exactly the same tasks and, well, the same vibes. You can also see the marketing campaign here. This is a calendar. Exactly the same calendar you have on your SharePoint page, but this is something displayed in the Teams. Important is if you overlay in many different sources of your data, so you don't just have a marketing plan, but also have additional things like timetable or the conference halls, you can add it as a separate, as an additional data source, and you can even add it into the team. So right now I have a prioritized event list, and I can add items here, and they will be added in the calendar. I know I haven't told you much about sending alerts into Teams, but we'll have a different webinar in a week about alerts and its functionalities. If my demo is over, so if you want to have any templates of the demo and you want to see how it looks, how it feels, and you want to try my view of marketing campaign, please ping me and I can share with you the templates I have set for this demo. So you have seen 4 products in this demo: Virto Kanban, Virto Calendar, Virto Gantt, and Virto Alerts. They are interconnected and they store the data in your SharePoint, so like, they can be used together very conveniently. All these applications, they can be used in SharePoint and Office 365, and solutions for Office 365 can be used in Teams as well. This is also important because you might be using not just Office 365, but Teams. It's a very convenient way to work. If you go to your IT, they're gonna love us because we are very secure. We follow all the GDPR rules, and we do not even store your data. We display the data that's stored on your SharePoint and Office 365. So we don't store anything on our side. And because of that, partly because of that, Virto applications are are very inexpensive. And basically, what you do with using Virto is you increase your ROI on Office 365. So you optimize your current investments into Office 365. You do not move in your data. You're not purchasing a different tool. You're just making your Office 365 and SharePoint better. I have said that our applications are very inexpensive, and you can use them together and you can purchase them together. In the package, they're even more inexpensive. And this is the last thing I wanted to have. It is a contacts and the links. And I will leave it on my screen for a little while. On our website, you can also see the timetable of our webinars. It's on the third picture on the homepage. And you can also see, get all the trials from our website. We have full featured trials for all our on-premise and online applications. And we also love our customers. We love to have an interactions with you. So if you have any issues, glitches, or you want some functionality to be added, just send a message to our support, and we will respond to you, and you will help to make our product better for you. Thanks a lot for your time, and have a nice day, and stay with us.